todo el universo gira en torno a este eje. ¿Cómo hicieron ellos sin la tecnología?
Sí, sí. ¿Quién puede venir aquí? ¿Todo el mundo puede?
No, este es un lugar muy sagrado, un lugar muy delicado y nunca va a ser abierto al público. Por eso me da gusto que hayas venido y que puedas ver esto.
Sergio, thank you for bringing me here. I feel very honored, and it's so special to see this sacred space.
John Leguizamo is bringing audiences some of the lessons that didn't make it to our history books, going back centuries to highlight the influences of Latinos that still reverberate today.
It's part of the PBS series American Historia. He and director Ben DeJesus join us now. Thank you both for being with us.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
So, John, did this grow out of your, we know that great Broadway play you had in 2018, Latin History for Morons, and did that just kind of grow into something else? How did this all come together?
You're so right. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. When my son was doing his history project, I saw there were no Latino contributions in his history textbooks, and that led to my Broadway show, Latin History for Morons. But Ben and I thought, wow, we could take all this information and put it for real, like we were on court, like we had testimonials, we had evidence, we had witnesses to our great contributions. We Latin people are the only ethnic group that has fought in every single war America's ever had. The American Revolution, 10,000 unknown Latino patriots fought, and we funded the American Revolution with $2 million from Spain, Cuba, and Mexico. So we too are the sons and daughters of the American Revolution. These kind of facts that I super sleuth as a dad for my son changed me as a Latin man, as an American, and I think it will do the same for you.
And Ben, these are the kinds of stories that most kids don't read growing up. Certainly we didn't, when we were growing up in elementary school, because usually the history is written by the victors. So where do you find the sources of these great stories?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really great point. There's actually a great study that came out recently that is very eye-opening, that Johns Hopkins discovered that over 87% of our contributions are not even featured in any history textbook. So it was just an incredible journey to try to uncover these facts. We're talking about thousands of years of history, and a lot of the material was not easy to find. But fortunately, there were people that had done eyewitness testimonies. There were friars and some of the monks that came over with the Columbus delegation, and they kind of gave their real-time accounts of it. And then we brought some of those stories to life. We used some of John's expert friends and actor friends to read some of those texts, where there wasn't material to be found. But again, when we're on PBS or somebody of that acclaim, we can't put anything on TV unless it's triple sourced and triple checked. Yeah. So we had a team of historical advisors that really supported that.
John, we're looking at some amazing video and some of these great locations you went to. What was the one that stood out to you and maybe surprised you, or people would be surprised, or maybe the one that just was awe-inspiring to you?
Well, the fact that really got me was that, we Latin people have been here, since the beginning, since the 1492, the conquest, and before, obviously, that from 1830 to 1930, 6,000 Latinos were lynched in America, burned alive and shot, and that we were massacred, segregated, and that the first case against segregation in America was a Maestas family in Denver, Colorado in 1914. And the first young boy lynched in America was a Latino boy, Antonio Gomez, in 1911 for disrespecting a white man. So these facts are there. And the beautiful thing is that even though we came from all this and built America and suffered all this oppression, today we contribute $3.6 trillion to the U.S. economy. That is an incredible gift. And you're welcome.
It's about time you said something funny.
No.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah, you got to.
So, Ben, you want the biggest audience as possible. And I would imagine as a director, you're kind of thinking, okay, I don't want to be in an echo chamber. How do I take these Latino stories and what's the connection to people who aren't Latino?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. These are not just stories for Latinos to understand and to learn. This is really for all audiences to have a new appreciation and understanding for what Latinos have brought to this country. In this current climate, we obviously are suffering a lot of division and whatnot. But we just want people to realize these are the facts. The country that we live and enjoy, this wonderful, amazing country, would not be the same without Latinos.
Oh, well, it's amazing. American Historia, The Untold History of Latinos, airing now on PBS. John, Ben, thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure.
Take care.
Take it, you too.
We'll be right
back.